Hello, beautiful readers. Get ready for a whirlwind adventure through Italy, a country filled with history, passion, and maybe even a little danger. We're about to dive into a story about two souls finding each other in the most unexpected of places. So, buckle up, grab a cappuccino, and let's get started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more exciting tales from around the world. Ava, a young American artist, found herself captivated by the beauty of Florence. She'd always dreamed of visiting Italy, and now that she was here, the city exceeded all her expectations. The vibrant colors, the historic buildings, and the artistic atmosphere were like a dream come true. Every corner of Florence seemed to whisper stories of the past, and Ava felt an overwhelming urge to capture it all in her sketches. The city, with its cobblestone streets and stunning architecture, was a feast for her creative soul. She spent her days wandering through narrow alleys, discovering hidden gems and sketching everything that caught her eye. The intricate details of the buildings, the play of light and shadow, and the vibrant life of the city provided endless inspiration. Florence was not just a place, it was an experience, a living, breathing canvas that Ava was eager to explore. She wandered through the bustling Piazza della Signoria, her fingers itching to capture the energy on canvas. The piazza was alive with activity, filled with tourists, street artists and locals going about their day. Ava loved the way the square seemed to pulse with life, each person adding their own story to the tapestry of the city. She often found herself lost in the crowd, observing the interactions, the laughter, and the occasional quiet moments of reflection. Across the piazza, Marco, a handsome Italian with eyes as dark as the Tuscan night, watched the lively scene unfold. He was drawn to the energy of the place, much like Ava. Marco had a deep appreciation for the history and culture of Florence, and he often spent his afternoons in the piazza, soaking in the atmosphere. His dark eyes would scan the crowd, taking in the sights and sounds, and he couldn't help but notice the young artist who seemed as captivated by the city as he was. A historian by profession, he felt a deep connection to his city's rich past. Marco had dedicated his life to studying the history of Florence, and he loved sharing his knowledge with anyone who would listen. He often found himself lost in old books, reading about the city's glorious past and imagining what life must have been like centuries ago. His passion for history was matched only by his love for the city itself, and he felt a sense of pride every time he walked through its ancient streets. Little did they know, destiny had a plan to bring them together. As Ava sketched and Marco observed, their paths seemed destined to cross. One sunny afternoon, as Ava was capturing the essence of the piazza on her canvas, Marco approached her, intrigued by her talent and passion. They struck up a conversation, and it wasn't long before they realized they shared a deep love for Florence. Their chance encounter blossomed into a beautiful friendship, and eventually something more. Florence, with its timeless charm and romantic allure, had brought two kindred spirits together, forever changing their lives. Ava had always dreamed of visiting Italy. Ever since she was a little girl, the allure of Italy's rich history, vibrant culture, and unparalleled art had captivated her imagination. She would spend hours poring over maps, tracing the routes she would one day take, and envisioning herself walking through the cobblestone streets of ancient cities. Growing up in a small town in Maine, Ava's world was a tapestry of autumn leaves, cozy rooms, and the comforting hum of a close-knit community. It was a place where everyone knew each other, and life moved at a gentle, predictable pace. But Ava's heart yearned for something more, something beyond the familiar landscapes of her hometown. She devoured books about Renaissance art and longed to experience it firsthand. The pages of those old books transported her to a world where art was not just a subject but a way of life. She marveled at the works of Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli, dreaming of the day she could stand before their masterpieces and feel the same inspiration that had driven them to create. After graduating from art school, she finally booked a one-way ticket to Europe, her heart pounding with excitement and a hint of nervousness. She packed her suitcase with art supplies, sketchbooks and a camera, ready to capture every moment of her journey. The airport was a whirlwind of emotions, but as she boarded the plane, she felt a sense of liberation, knowing that she was about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Determined to find her artistic voice amidst the masterpieces of Italy, Eva traveled from city to city, each destination offering a new perspective and a fresh burst of inspiration. She sketched in front of famous landmarks, painted by the serene countryside, and immersed herself in the vibrant art scene that surrounded her. Every stroke of her brush was a step closer to discovering her unique style and voice. Her journey had taken her from the canals of Venice, where the gentle sway of gondolas and the shimmering reflections on the water provided endless inspiration. Venice, with its labyrinthine waterways and historic architecture, felt like a dream. Eva spent hours sketching the intricate details of the buildings, capturing the essence of a city that seemed to float on water, to the bustling markets of Naples, where the vibrant colors and lively atmosphere ignited her creativity. The markets were a sensory overload, with the aroma of fresh produce, the chatter of vendors, and the vibrant displays of fruits and vegetables. Eva found herself drawn to the energy of the place, capturing the dynamic scenes in her sketches and paintings. But it was in Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance, that she truly felt her heart sing. The city's rich history and artistic heritage resonated deeply with her. Walking through the streets of Florence, Eva felt a profound connection to the artists who had walked those same streets centuries before. The architecture, the museums, and the art galleries all seemed to whisper stories of creativity and passion. It was here, amidst the timeless beauty of Florence, that Eva found her true artistic voice. She painted the Ponte Vecchio, sketched the bustling piazzas, and captured the essence of the city's landmarks. Each piece of art she created was a reflection of her journey, a testament to the dreams she had nurtured since childhood. In Florence, Eva discovered not just her artistic voice, but also a deeper understanding of herself and her place in the world. Section 4. Marco, the charming historian with a secret. Marco, with his disarming smile and passion for history, was a favorite among the tourists who flocked to his guided tours. His charisma was undeniable, and his knowledge seemed boundless. Every day he would lead groups through the cobblestone streets of Florence, painting vivid pictures of the past with his words. His tours were not just informative, they were an experience, a journey back in time. Tourists would often find themselves lost in his stories, feeling as if they were walking alongside the great figures of history. He brought the past to life with his vivid storytelling, sharing tales of the Medici family, the genius of Michelangelo, and the intrigue of the Renaissance court. Marco had a way of making history feel alive, as if the very stones of the city whispered their secrets to him. His voice would rise and fall with the drama of his tales, capturing the imagination of everyone who listened. He spoke of the Medici's power and influence, of Michelangelo's artistic struggles and triumphs, and of the political machinations that shaped the Renaissance, and the intrigue of the Renaissance court. He would describe the lavish banquets, the secret alliances, and the betrayals that defined the era. His audience could almost see the grand halls and hear the whispers of conspiracies. Marco's passion was infectious, and many tourists left his tours with a newfound appreciation for history. They would often say that Marco had a gift, a unique ability to make the past feel present and relevant. But Marco harbored a secret, one that was deeply intertwined with the history he so passionately shared. Beneath his charming exterior and his love for storytelling, there was a personal quest that drove him. Marco's family had been in Florence for generations, and there were whispers of a hidden legacy, a mystery that had been passed down through the ages. This secret was not just a part of the city's history, it was a part of Marco's own identity. He believed that a long-lost artifact hidden somewhere in the city held the key to unlocking a forgotten chapter of his own family's past. This artifact was said to be of great significance, a piece of history that had been lost to time. Marco's search for this artifact was a deeply personal journey, one that he pursued with quiet determination. He would often spend his evenings exploring the hidden corners of the city, following clues and piecing together the puzzle of his family's history. To the tourists, Marco was just a brilliant historian, but to those who knew him well, he was a man on a mission, driven by a desire to uncover the truth about his heritage. Marco's quest took him to libraries and archives, where he would pore over ancient texts and maps, searching for any hint of the artifact's location. He would consult with other historians and experts, always careful to keep his true intentions hidden. His dedication was unwavering, and he often found himself lost in his research, forgetting the passage of time. The more he learned, the more he realized how much there was still to discover. Each new piece of information brought him closer to the truth, but also raised new questions. One day, Marco stumbled upon a clue that seemed to bring him closer to his goal. It was a reference in an old manuscript, a mention of a hidden chamber beneath one of the city's ancient buildings. His heart raced with excitement as he realized that he might be on the verge of a major discovery. He shared his findings with a trusted friend, someone who had been helping him with his research. Together, they planned their next steps, knowing that they were about to uncover something extraordinary. Marco and his friend ventured into the hidden chamber, their hearts pounding with anticipation. As they explored the dark, dusty space, they finally found what they had been searching for, the long-lost artifact. It was a moment of triumph, a culmination of years of hard work and dedication. Marco held the artifact with reverence, knowing that it was not just a piece of history, but a key to understanding his own family's past. The discovery was a testament to his perseverance and passion, and it marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life. Section 5, Echoes of the Renaissance in Florence. Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, whispered stories of artistic brilliance and political intrigue on every corner. Ava and Marco, each drawn to the city's magnetic pull, found themselves constantly crossing paths. They bumped into each other at the Uffizi Gallery, marveling at Botticelli's Birth of Venus. Their shared love for the city and its history sparked a connection, a spark that threatened to ignite into something deeper.